want to talk a little bit about going into how you're developing your plans and stuff like that. Before even getting to that point, though, is there anything that you do to assess or to test your athletes, whether it's the drivers or the pit crews, and how do those vary, and how do you implement them into your program?
Yeah, testing. I'm a little bit different than most coaches as far as testing goes. My philosophy first and foremost on testing is we prepare guys in the weight room, and they're compared, by our pit stop coaches, whether it's a tire changer or tire carrier. They're the ones that are comparing them whether they can do the job or not. So for me, I don't do a lot of traditional style testing, bench press, squat, power clean. I don't do that. My philosophy is you develop strength and conditioning levels in the weight room, and then you demonstrate them in your specific skills. So we don't do any of the traditional style tests from that standpoint. The other thing is I don't like to test these guys because typically when you test them, you got a more chance of getting somebody injured. And just like football or any other competitive sport, if you injure your first line guy and got to go to a backup, it's not going to be as good as it was with the first line guy. So Indianapolis Colts, they lose Peyton Manning. I don't care who the backup is. It's not going to be Peyton Manning. So I really take an approach in the fact that safety is always first and foremost in my training program. But as far as tests, yeah, I do probably more non-traditional tests in the fact that I'll test their body composition. I test their training intensity, their rep mechanics, their training attitude in the weight room. And basically through me, especially when they're strength training, is every time they come in the weight room, I test them because I'm either trying to have them do more weight or more repetitions or do the same weight, same repetitions in less time. So less time between sets if I'm doing a multiple set protocol. So that's kind of my philosophy with that. And even that even stems from traditional sport background as well. I mean, I do the same thing with football players or basketball players. Again, I think the strength coach is responsibility to prepare them in the weight room, and then the basketball coach or the O-line coach in football or the hockey coach is to compare them on the field.